Hello, everybody. Perfect timing with the music. I waited a couple seconds just for it to go over time. But yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, as we usually do it. I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. It's kind of the end. Oh, geez, turned on my phone right there. Um, oh, no, it's mysterious and creepy music. uh, yeah, Underworld, yeah. Oh, we'll keep it going. It's still a good piano. But yeah, I hope you're all having an amazing Sunday. Not much craziness for me, just playing games, working on projects, and yeah, I think that's all to report. Today we have probably the scariest and most intense uh, lesson thing that I've done so far, and that is the Wasp, a construction of a quite complicated insect right off the bat. Let's pop over to our camera and chat. Here we go. I took notes as per usual. I also realized I was looking at it while waiting for the stream to start. I mean, there's probably plenty of spelling errors, but we just forgot the T in tarantula right there. A bit funny. But yeah, so I have like a list of stuff that I got from the video here. Of course, I have the what's it called? We're still sick, by the way, as it wasn't probably obvious by my very raspy voice. But yeah, I also have the Drawbox website up with all that stuff on there. We're going to be doing organic forms as a warm-up today. We'll do some lines here. We're going to be extending our warm-ups because, man, we need to, right? And we're going to actually have some specific sausage warm-ups in mind today. But yeah, we're going to really start, as part of our War on Ink, where we have a battle with ellipses. Yeah, so with that being said, let's get into it. We'll be doing some planes on here with ellipses inside of it. We don't really need to skip out in boxes, but we can, just for the sake of, you know, that stuff. And also still diving into techniques and habits to stop over-inking. I put a message in the Drawbox Discord, and I also have been watching some Proco videos, some other videos recommended by friends, very helpful. But yeah, also this pen is a bit dead, so we'll see how our lines turn out. Let's go pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Because right now, I don't think the biggest issue I have is my understanding. Yet. It is technique. I think, understanding is definitely an issue, right? And it could be improved in that sense. But I definitely believe that right now, the biggest hindrance towards me learning, or I guess putting good work on the page, right, is my technique. And so, being more mindful of the lines we put on the page, how we put them on the page, control of literally my body, and how I want to put those lines on there, how I manage that. Very important. Still working on that Rummikub algorithm, sorting out bugs. In honesty, it shouldn't be taking this long, just I've been working on it very intermittently. Been very distracted by both home life and Minecraft. The fact that I can play video games now, it's a very, very addicting thing. I'm very proud of this line work so far. I've realized, though, it does look better on camera because just quality compared to real life. Like, there's some gaps in here that I see that the camera won't pick up. I think piano is very fitting for today. I just realized online school starts in about a week. Uh-oh. Very nice box. Let's go a bit larger, though. Because that's usually the selling point of these planes. That was a very decent line, but we'll see how our doubling up of that line will end. My biggest... I still need to... Maybe that's what I should work on tomorrow instead of my Rummikub project is... Oh, we won't do that one just yet. We'll do it on here. Is making the lesson 2 and 3 videos. If that wasn't the best line in the world. Bit arced. But I really want to encourage future Drawbox students who are in the lesson 1s, 2s, and 3s to really start caring about ellipses. And probably exploring doing really like confident and accurate organic forms, because that's where I suffer the most right now. And then again, they are inherently difficult, so it makes sense that I'm struggling with them, but I think more practice earlier would have helped a bit now. But hey. Oof, wow, that was really bad. Move it a bit to the left there. From my understanding of these planes, because you can do these in perspective technically, they would have to be going towards a vanishing point, and now that I think about it, it technically always will be going towards a vanishing point, because no matter what, these lines will converge. And so that means this line must also converge with that. Same thing here, even though these are almost parallel. I would say they're converging like this, though, in that direction. The VP's over there. So we're doing a very easy 2-point, basically. We'll do one more larger one, I feel, just to kind of stress our mark-making abilities. Is this Gerudo Valley? No, Twilight Princess. Why do I keep getting Gerudo Valley? Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, because this has the motif da, 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 in the background. Da, 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 da. Motifs, man. If I ever, guys, play, oh geez, and of course the music player is broken. Guys, if I ever make a piece of media that's animated or in any way can have a song in it, there will be motifs. I promise you that. It's part of that discussion of does art exist? There's not even a discussion because I pretty fiercely believe that art is a means of communication rather than just purely evoking emotion. Because a lot of people say art is just, or no, art exists to evoke emotion, which in a way, it's like tangentially true. Right? It's like, sure, a lot of art does evoke emotion, but that's because art is communication of an idea, of a concept, of a feeling. It's the artist expressing themselves in a way that sometimes words or music can't. That's why I picked up art, is to express myself. And to communicate things, ideas, stuff like that that couldn't otherwise. Oh, yeah. See, that evokes anger. And then people, read those, and they then form their own emotions and ideas from that piece of art. I don't know why I felt like doubling up on there, but hey, more practice. Ay. Follow through, Cav, come on. Okay, let's see. Where do we need for this to converge? So that means this can be practically parallel. We start thinking of these as planes, right? Which somewhat relates to lesson 4. If not directly. Okay, these definitely converge down here-ish. So I'd say that's pretty accurate. Very good. Already ellipse time. And yeah, we're probably going to have an extended session, right? Let's start off with I'm going to call it the string of ellipses. Oof. Kind of strained on the end of that. One thing I also want to do for the string of ellipses now is to start shifting degrees from practically 0, like 5 to 90. So full circle, right? So we're going to go from over here. We're going to have actually, no, what we can do is we can go from 0 degrees. There's 0 degrees. And then we're going to get larger. And then larger. I'm not going to make them touch each other. And then we get larger. Good. Get even larger. Remember, stay on the minor axis. See? I start duplicating them. I'm scared to get larger. Let's get larger, come on. It's a bit better, and I had to shift down a bit because we're going up a bit, see? So we had to go down. And then we're going to get larger again. That's still almost the same. The degree shift here is definitely faster than the degree shift right here. So let's work on that. Anyways, let's do these. Yeah, it was a bit difficult to control. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's, did I flip this one over and work on the back of it? Yes, I did, so we'll do the same over here with some organic forms. Yeah, 10 minutes just for that, jeez. For 3 planes, that almost makes a box, so, actually, that does make a box, so we kind of did a box and some ellipses for that. Still sick, guys, I do apologize. Okay. So, yeah, these are going to be special because per the lesson 4 guidelines, we'll set another timer for 10 minutes just for fun. Per the lesson 4 guidelines, wow, that sounds so official. Basically, the sausage forms we do here, while we've done sausage forms in the past that are a bit thicker, these are very linear. So it's literally, and we'll kind of draw the demo here because I feel like that's a fun thing to do. So we're going to do an ellipse, or an orb or a sphere, I should say. Like this, and we'll add a kind of contour ellipse on here. Yeah, we'll do this kind of, I don't know, kind of feeling like this maybe. Nice. Not perfectly spherical, but that's okay. And then we have our and then another ellipse. This one we can actually make land on there. See it a bit better. And then from there, we have these ellipses. Try to stay with that minor axis. And as you can see here, which, yeah, kind of missed this point right there and there, but this one was quite good. Oof. Is we just have a tube and 2 spheres. So we want to kind of, and it makes this, it's like a macaroni with 2, I don't know, just spheres at the end. Yeah, and I just realized the height of this needs to match the height of that. The minor axis runs through here the same. So yeah, that's what we want to accomplish with our sausage forms. These will be smaller, so we'll kind of start larger and then go smaller. So for these, we want that kind of smooth curve. And so actually, we'll start with the back, right? And then we curve down. See, this curve, we have to be careful where we start that, how we end it. So I see it like this. Like so, perfect. Good. Let's do another. Let's do this one a bit longer. Guess we'll start from the inside right here. We just gotta be careful. We don't want to curve them too much, right? In fact, let's try to make this one not very curved. So we're gonna go in. See that? We don't want that. We want it to be orb-like over here. So here, let me... I can't believe I forgot this again. I was thinking of this earlier in the stream. I was like, nah, we won't use it. I feel like a teacher running around grabbing expo markers and pens and stuff. Oh my goodness. A sick teacher at that. Okay, there's the cap, okay. So yeah, right here. We pinched right here. Pinch. And then right here we had this weird wobble. So it's kind of a pinch right there too. Pinch. Here was really good though. So one thing we could do is just keep. Basically, I think it's probably best. Hey, what's up, Delano? Hope all is well, my man. Slayer Delano. Slayer Delano. I guess execution. I don't know. What is your like rank in the Cavaliers? The Cavaliers. I mean, Slayer. Like, I guess you're a general or something like that. I don't know. But hope all is well, Delano. Hope your Vex Strong is going well. Hope your Lesson 4 is going well. Hope your kind of start of the summer is going well. Rank number 1. That's what he's the number 1. That's, you know, I like that. In reference to Delano, he's not a major, he's not a general, he's not anything but number 1. I like that. Rough day, but we live. Good to hear, good to hear. Hopefully it wasn't rough because of school or any of that. It was just, maybe it wasn't as sunny or anything. Hope it gets better. Hope it gets better. And hey, you're here. We're chilling, we're drawing. We're listening to some great Zelda music. I'm always scared of playing Nintendo music on stream. As anybody should be. I think, like, I know I have unrealistic fears about being, like, DMCA'd and stuff, but I think Nintendo is actually a good reason to be fearful. But yeah, we're working on our sausages today because we're about to approach the very scary Wasp Demo. I'm trying to be like you. Did you use the random generator for practice? I think I rolled Ghosted Plains from Lesson 1. I actually didn't. I did yesterday. I didn't today because since we're going against the scary Wasp, I made a rule where I can't do the same exercise after finishing one. Oh, I like that. I like that. Since we're approaching the Wasp, I really wanted to do these kind of sausage forms, because that is very critical. And just like any ellipses. So technically this is the sausage form stuff with contour lines, but yeah. Also, so yeah, and what we just kind of realized, or what I just realized, a good helpful thing is just to start by imagining that minor axis. So we wanted to go through here. So with that, we're going to go around. And then around, and see, yeah, we don't want to bend too late. We want to be at the end of that minor axis. That's where our sphere is. So here, and we're going to curve around there. So, slowly getting back into my drawing too. Also coding a bit now too. Huge! If you have any awesome projects, please let me know. Currently working my Rummy Cube, and then we're going to go back to our Drawbox Poser, but I also have to edit Lesson 3 and Lesson 2 videos. So, who knows what we'll be doing this summer. Beautiful. But, let's go skinnier. Let's go smaller too, because it will require smaller and skinnier sausage forms. So, if I imagine a line kind of like this, or let's go like this, yeah. So that means we're going to go out and then around. What happened here? I feel like we pinched, or something happened here. So we'll do our tiny ellipses, which are always difficult, but... What happened here? I think we had too much room here. Like something's going on right here. And then, yeah, something's going on right here as well. This was okay, but yeah. I feel like we had too much room in there and too much room in here. Should have probably been like that. I usually stop in the middle with those. Interesting. That's probably a really good idea. Let's try it. And I assume you just do the continuation method, the additive method. So let's see. So we like starting with the back. So I imagine a line going like this. So let's keep it simple. We're gonna go down. Oh, yep, a bit too round right there. Already doing that. And then we're going to continue forward. And we got pinched right there. I like it though. You usually start in the middle. Yes. Yeah. Okay, right here, right? Or are you talking about starting in the middle up here? Because I usually start with the back, and it kind of varies. Because I usually start and do it like that. Or are you talking about this? The little belly. I call this the belly. And this the back. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you start on the back, yeah. Usually about right there. Let's make this little guy. Honestly, no face kind of works. No, that's creepy. That's more acceptable, I guess. Okay, let's keep going with these skinnier ones. I kind of set myself up for failure with it, but I actually kind of saved it, so that's okay. Let's go even skinnier. No, I went too far. Getting decent control, though. More than I expected, so. Let's see, this one will... Not gonna lie, for a lot of that one, I just couldn't see what I was doing. Let's have this one kind of coming towards us. Actually, no. See, I wanted to, pinch right there. That was, like, really part of my plan. Is if you did a, you know, tangent curve to this. Or, like, probably right here. I wanted to go in. We want a curved, smooth back. So typically, and this plays as part of our everything is equidistant throughout, right? That rule. But yeah, so we'll just keep trying with those. Having that very small microscopic control is very... See, there's that habit again. Okay, let's try hammering that out real quick. Oh wait, is it replaying? Let's try to avoid that. We'll go to the... Oh, and it crashed. Nice. Okay, and now it's just not loading, which is even better. Let's try fixing that real quick. Here we go. Oh, the album is just gone? Okay, no. Here it is. This is the third. Oh my gosh. Goodness. Yeah, Delano, we are still sick, unfortunately. But we prevail. Oof. Well, let's abandon that one. Actually, no, let's work on our little continuation method. So let's try to always start from the top so we could always see. So start from the top. That's what we learned from that one as well. Oh wait, the checkered flag would be down there, right? Yeah, the checkered flag is down there. That could be the green flag. There we go. So yeah. Thank you very much. Start from the top. 250 texture. Jesus, 250 texture. 250 sausage form challenge. Okay, so we're going to start from the top. Very good. I'm very surprised about my confidence with a lot of these. And now, without that minor line or minor axis line, because we won't be able to have this, let's try doing some contour ellipses. So this one I wanted to start really large. So we'll do like that. And we're going to go around. There we go. And let's get a bit actually, let's get a bit larger as we go. Hey, thank you very much, Delano, and I can't wait to see what you do once you're drawing. Hopefully, maybe later. I'm not sure. Have a good one. Didn't ghost right there. Oh, geez. Let's not to forget to be dynamic. I mentioned this one getting larger and larger as we go. Probably could have been a bit less dynamic, or like, it was very fast. So since we've established a face on this, let's try to be pretty. Because I imagine the face being a very small degree, so we slowly get larger right here. Okay, that was way too much, wasn't it? No butt. Should have probably switched the side of that to kind of give that effect. Probably would have been better right there. And once again, we're putting a lot of time into our warm-up, but I think that's okay. Hey. Should have ghosted right there. Oops. Trying to make this like pinch towards us, have this like this kind of area where it pinches up. That doesn't really work out right there, didn't it? Let's do a smaller degree. Kind of go against convention for this. See, this kind of contradicts that smaller degree right there, because like now what's going on, right? Okay, I think that's good enough for now. We'll have these two unfinished. It's a good warm-up, good ellipses. Pretty happy with it so far. Of course, as per usual, these are just... Maybe I can recreate that size again. If you just feel like the slower I go, the more wobbly and inaccurate I get. I want to be confident, you know? Alrighty, we're going to take a quick water break, and we'll get into the Wasp demo. Oh my gosh, I'm scared, guys. Let's do it. Thankfully, pretty much when it comes to the Wasp, it's what you see is what you get. And in terms of like how much room it's taking up on the page, frame-wise. So this is a pretty nice benefit. We'll actually switch over here. Warning for those who are sensitive towards bugs and stuff. This is a pretty mean-looking Wasp, so here's your warning, right? Cool. Here's our little friend. This is I looked it up. It is a Executioner Wasp. Very interesting first construction, right? It's a very mean-looking individual. Ooh, look how long that wing is. I don't think Uncomfy drew that one, so we won't worry about that. Compared to usual, I will actually be following the stuff on the website quite fervently here because I'm just not very confident in my ability to do this, and it has some great steps that we want to follow. Also, if the positioning is weird for you guys on the screen, I apologize. I'm doing this a bit differently. So yeah, let's see. Our little friend here got our construction up. So if you will also just look at our notes, right? We want to start as per usual with the head, thorax, and abdomen. Oh my gosh. I did this a bit out of order because it was just from memory. I didn't want to listen to the video and for it to tell me. I just knew when I instantly saw it. Okay, head, thorax, abdomen, which is we're going to kind of use the thing I talked about here, the most round part of the skull slash the part that we actually know is the skull, right? There's only a tiny bit of skin connecting it. We have the head right there for that. And we can always remember add on more planes and features. This is actually something that's kind of new to this lesson. It's not really talked about as like a new addition, yet this is something we're going to be doing a lot more of. And then we have the thorax, a lower degree ellipse, but this is actually a sausage. It's an organic form, right? So we have this, and compared to the head, which it's weird because Uncomfy's drawing will actually pop over here. I head to the display room and set all this up real quick. Center it. Why is it cut off right there? What's going on? Interesting. Trying to center it. Oh my OCD. Oh, come on. It actually can... Oh my gosh, it's off by 1 pixel. Come on. Okay, this is 1 pixel off, so I apologize. But yeah, so this is what he starts with, and IMO, I'm, in my humble opinion, right? I don't feel that this is the proper scale compare. Actually, wait, no. This is about this, and if this is 1 unit, then the thorax takes up probably almost 2.5 to 3 of these units. I'm tempted to pull out my ruler, but we're actually going to start eyeing things, because I feel like the ruler was just... We were focusing on the wrong things there. But yeah, I'd say we have about 2.5 heads inside of the thorax. This is practically about 2, I'd say. Regardless, right? Doesn't matter too much. That's not going to make or break us. What else is going on here? Oh yeah, sorry, I was touching all over, I was like hovering all over this. What else is going on with our little guy is we have this, and then I'd say this is easily the minor axis slash pole of organic form right here. And with that, also, yeah, going back here, do I have a... I don't have a mix of my like display room, this, and the reference on the side. I never made that because I never thought I'd need it, right? But yeah, so just trust me when I say his organic form definitely puts the I guess like what did he call it? Let me see. I think it was just a center line slash surface line, contour line, there we go. Contour line down here. And then our head kind of rests a bit halfway between that contour line, right? Also made it very, yeah, we shouldn't make it this deep. It is practically all we see here. That's the thorax. Pretty good shape to base it off of. And so yeah, head a bit smaller, takes up only this much. So I'd say we almost start with this and then do the head. I think I'm more favorable to that. And so yeah, if we're gonna do our contour line, it barely breaks the halfway part of it if it was flat. And definitely, you know, almost entirely in that ellipse. But he draws it separate. Why does he do that? He draws the head. Here, we'll go back here. He draws the head really separate. And if we even go over here, he adds forms. He adds this form. But, you know, the head is here. Interesting. Because ultimately, yeah, because, okay, so he adds a form, this form, to kind of connect the head right there. As you can see, the eye is still this lower lip. So I'm gonna, It's now a debate of if I go off my own intuition, which could be very well flawed because I'm a, you know, beginner, right? But also I'm applying my own techniques to this. I say, hey, let's ball. Let's do it my way. And if I'm wrong, so be it. Right? I don't want to base everything completely off of his. And just thinking ahead, right? Because if we're going to do this our own way, it's a bit dangerous. We have our head right here. We need to add this form on top. Given this ellipse, if we go on inside right this, we could add this little part right here. And I think he also does the same, because these are added forms on top, including this kind of, but I don't think he actually explicitly adds that. Yeah, he kind of adds this, leaves this as the original, the OG. And I guess because of symmetry, we're assuming that this exists on the other side. And then, of course, we have two added forms right here on top of it. We can see their contours right here. This is a very low degree. This is a very high degree. I'm kind of scrolling through the steps because we're doing an overview. And of course, then finally, we have this shape down here, which is a bit difficult. I think we'll worry about the point later. Yeah, we'll just worry for now about kind of getting this shape down, right? Just being round. Very interesting shape that we haven't really encountered before. And it is some distance away from here. There's like a little area, but I think we shouldn't overcomplicate it. And we should just do the full thing as if it was connected tangent to the thorax. This is the abdomen, by the way. But yeah, so we'll just kind of go as far as we need to make it seem as these are connected, but I do want to put the head in front, contrary to what the thing says. So yeah, with all that talking out of the way, we said this is about 1 head's length, and this ellipse here is about 2.5. So we'll try to aim for that. And then over here, heads lengthwise, if this is 1 heads, right? This is 1, 2, 3, practically 4 heads. Let's try to quantify that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And my head is a bit smaller than Uncomfy's rendition. So, actually, wait, what am I doing? I could just do some of this. There we go. So yeah, even if we overlaid it, you can just kind of feel that lane's there. See, it's already shorter. The head is ending before. So, we'll try to do our own here. And of course, we'll try our best. And it all kind of starts. That's also good to know that the highest point will be the antenna. Sorry. Wow. Which goes pretty high. Just try to be mindful of our space, right? And then the abdomen goes quite low. And yeah, so the abdomen is going to be a very weird shape. Oh wait, let's actually get a piece of paper to do this on. Here we are. Oh man, the medicine's wearing off. I kind of took all my medicine today, like staggered. Probably shouldn't have, or like not staggered, but I didn't keep in mind that I would be streaming tonight, right? So that kind of messed me up. So, I'm gonna move my camera any more forward. We can move it down a bit, so that helps. There we go. Uh, but. So, I'd say, and yeah, the antenna, just for fun's sake, right? So the antenna is probably maybe a head and a half. So we just need a head and a half at the top of the page. So if this is 4 heads, this is 2.5, which we're connecting pretty much point blank, which we could technically round up to 7 heads total for just this. So I'd say this guy is 7 to 8 heads total, which is actually kind of weird considering that humans are 7 to 8 heads. But we'll do a recount just in case. 1 head here, and then practically about half underneath 1 head, 1 head. Oh wait, actually, this is 1 head. We start from 1 head. Yeah, go 1 head, 2 head. Almost starting to think this is 3 head, but we'll do 2.5. Maybe 2 3/4 in all honesty. Maybe we'll pull out the ruler. I didn't want to do it or depend on it, but here, we'll pull out the magical ruler. And if the head is practically an inch, then we're going, yep, oh wow, 3/4, 2 3/4. Let's zoom out a bit. Yeah, 2.5. No. Actually, we need to remeasure the head, which means it was probably better zoomed in ruler-wise. So yeah, we were pretty much correct in our estimation of 3.5, or 3/4 to a half. And since a half is easier, so given all of this, it would be technically smarter to start with the head shape, and then we can know how big to make everything else. But I also should be careful with the head because that defines everything. It locks everything in size-wise, all that. So yeah. If we do it this large, that means we need that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, because including up here now, if that's a head, 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, 5 head, 6 head, 7 head, 8 head. The entire thing is practically 8 heads long, so we'll stick with that idea. So if we do 1 head here, 2 heads here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think that's generally a good idea to give us some buffer room. And yeah, it doesn't really, we have a lot of room on the sides. This is very, like I said earlier. So we want to do the head probably about right here. Everything seems to be in the way. This is just probably me being nervous. So we'll do our lots of ghosting for the head, the most important part. Very good, very good, very good. Bit too much to the right, but I don't think we're being graded on that. We have a head and a half above. That's pretty much good enough. We can truncate if necessary, right? And then 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really good. Okay. So this one, unlike Uncomfies, which I still think is probably the right choice, just we're going off on our own and making our own mistakes willingly. For this, we're merged, right? So most of us are in here, and then width-wise, if this is a head, then we're practically 2 heads, maybe a tiny bit less page-wise. But if we really get strict with it, if this is our head, then we're practically going through a majority of the head like this. And we're wide, right? We're going here. So 1 head. That kind of cuts off here, so this, right? So right here-ish we're starting. Put just a little notch. There we go. Just to say, hey, this is kind of where we want to intersect. And intersecting from right there, we now go 1 head, 2 head, half head. So that's 1 head. Kind of capture this muscle memory wise. 1 head, 2 head, half head. That doesn't seem right though, does it? Oh yeah, because it is hunchback, so that's why I'm maybe messing with our brain. And if this was our head, right? We wanted to go through here. We'd be ending like practically about right here where this actually ends on the head, which is very nice. So yeah, there. And we're going 2.5 heads down from that point. So 1, 2, half. So we're right there-ish. And we're pretty wide. We can't forget that. We're actually pretty much an ellipse, or full. I feel like we need to be more inside than what I've drawn out. Yeah, because there's more of an arch over here. There's a lot of room over here, so. One, two. Yep, there, okay. That's what I was thinking. Okay, 1. So from here, 1, 2, half. Lower. Much lower than what we originally had. And much more to the left, I believe. Very messy. That's very messy, in fact. Does it carry the same orientation? It doesn't carry the same flow either, does it? Because we're kind of doing this, so it needs to be oriented. We didn't even consider that, do we? Let's try to do a correction, because we may be being a bit silly on this one, I won't lie. See, that would have been much better. And then that shape underneath, let's just give some practice for it, right? We know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, and it ends, let's also keep this in mind, it ends at the center of the head, if we were to drop a line, so right here. Which means we're about here, and it's 1, so 1, 2, 3, oof, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, so here, ends about right here. I kind of imagine, I mean, this is an ellipse, right, but it's like this. I guess this should have been more round, because if we actually measured this, let's see how off we were, right? If this is about an inch, maybe a bit less, maybe 7/8 of an inch, then this, wow, that was actually pretty close to 2.5. And then of course we have this part down here, so. Ooh, yeah, wow, okay. I guess we need to be looking at the reference more. Because we're going to end right here-ish. Like that. And then what we can do is we can add our... Which means that should have been like that. And this, of course, goes down. This is a bit more to the side. I think that should have been out a bit more. Oh no, the music killed, or died. Can't laugh too much, jeez. And I feel like our head is just out of proportion. It's way too small. Is our music gonna work now? There we go. Okay. But let's switch over to maybe Souls and Chill. I like it. Yeah, the Wasp Demo is a lot to take in. That is a great way to put it, Delano. Yeah, no. Yeah, from perspective to... Actually, there's proportion. It's mainly proportion for me. Because I also didn't even account for... There's just so many things like this. This gap here. Yeah, that line. I kind of actually got pretty accurate. But yeah, this definitely should have been... It follows this kind of guide. This was actually pretty good, I like. And then that was going to follow down like that. Yeah, this. Just kind of getting those major shapes. This, I think, definitely should have been more... Like, there's... And then it goes down to... I think that's the best way to focusing with that. Yeah. And that's more the shape I should have gone for. But then again, this part seems very straight, while this part seems very in. So that's one thing to consider. And yeah, this definitely goes down. And then of course we have all that going on. We have this jaw. I really like that flow. This does not go up. It actually goes straight down. So this would also kind of follow that there. And we have our eye, of course, which would be like, this is the ground ellipse, and then we kind of get above that right there. We kind of have this shape over it, and then we can kind of see the rest of the head, but it still goes like that. And we have our two arms underneath, which take up probably half a head's length, so about this right here, and over right here. Underneath the head, it gets cut off by the head, which is somewhat accurate to that. A bit larger, though. And then we have this part down here, which goes, the majority of it, which doesn't seem right, but like this. And these we are actually not supposed to do with simple forms. It's all supposed to be larger stuff like that. We have this little segment we want to add right here, which needs to drape over, which is a bit hard to do. So it's like this, and then we go like that. Yeah, just so much going on. Jeez, yeah. Lots of crazy lines here. This doesn't look very fluid. So what can we do better? I like estimate with sphere mentally. Oh yeah, Delano, I'm not sure if you're still here. I have a question. His demo, which I don't totally agree with, the head is obviously still in here. If we did an ellipse, these are merging, but he did them separate over here. Should we do it the way he did, or should we do it our way? Because, you know, this is training our perspective, or not perspective, our observation skills, and I truly think, I mean, at the end of the day, right, it's our own journey, but also this, I just realized, should not have been that large, because if this is a head, that's a head. Actually, so yeah, well, we did it somewhat accurately over there. This, we need to... mind the tilt. What else? I still think the torso should have been a bit more round, so... we'll make the torso, slash... what? Not, that's not even the torso. It's more of the thorax. More chunky. Slash higher degree. And 2-ish heads. I think this was okay. Merging it a bit. Technically would merge it a bit more, but that's... other than the tilt, this is just very difficult shape. And also, yeah, the contour line goes like this, and then it kind of goes in, and then out. So that's a good way of, you know, form bends in. So if we're gonna do a sausage form, it'd be a bit like this. See how we have this bend to it? Like a researcher, thank you. We gotta analyze every aspect of it. What makes this wasp, right? Also, yeah, my estimation here, a lot of it is towards us, so we're going like this instead, and then disappearing quite quickly around there. So we're seeing more of this surface than this one in the back. I'll do that to kind of cross-hatch it. And then it goes forward. Mind the chin, this relationship right here. Got a relationship right there. And also, I'm just going to finish this up because I was having fun with it. So yeah, that's kind of the shape we want, but we want to, you know, of course, to a tip, right? Yeah, cool. I'm very much of the opinion now. And oh yeah, shift the whole thing left. Come on, what are we doing? The head should have probably been right here. Head here. Or more left. Don't be scared of it. Then again, we could add more room for that wing that's going to come out right here. But yeah. And yeah, this, I don't like my estimation of this because it doesn't feel like it's wrapping, it's going over the form. Because, you know, we have this whole contour area of it, and we weren't very mindful of that, but, you know, something of the sort. And yeah, I feel like we got larger as we went down here. Let's see. We said it was 4 heads. Let me measure that. 4 heads. This is a bit less than 4. It's actually 3.5. Did we do 3.5 down here? This is 1, which is about 7/8. Then yeah, actually we kind of did that to scale down there as well. Just doesn't feel right, I guess. One thing that we could do... Here, I have an idea. Oh, wait, this is actually a fun idea. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Pure... So, wait, okay, if we do... It's not working. They lived. Maybe it's the other keyboard? Oh, that changes the opacity of pure ref, not the image. Control Shift Alt. Oh, look at that. Okay, I have an idea, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our OBS. This is gonna be a bit crunchy, but it's okay. Rise just put easy W to me announcing that I was tackling the wasps today. Little does he know, we are suffering. Anyways, we're gonna go over here. Yeah, had an idea this would happen. Okay, and we're just going to, for funsies. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's... So, yeah, we got a bit close. So, moving our lips inside a bit more is actually a better idea. And then the tilt of this is a bit crazy. If we did a line down, it's maybe, I don't know, 15 from the horizontal. I always say 15, but that's maybe less. So yeah, tilt the body a lot more, actually. So like this almost. Which if we're gonna do that, I'd say that's, I don't know, something, right? But beyond that, make it larger. Our head was actually quite accurate. Everything considered. Should probably maybe scale it a bit larger. Maybe. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so definitely move it more to the left. We can't see our green because I said our green would be more accurate. But yeah, I think we're doing a great job here. We just need to move forward. Our head estimations are pretty good. Tilt the main body more. So yeah, basically tilt the main body more, tilt this less. Use this sphere to help estimate this shape, but it doesn't need to be that wide. In fact, let's go back and look at this and make sure it's full opacity. Yeah, okay, cool. This is not as wide as that. This is, if this is a head, this is maybe at most 2 heads wide, maybe a bit less. And here we definitely did one head, one. Okay, that inner sphere felt actually pretty good. Yeah, so that inner sphere, look at that. That inner sphere was quite accurate. So at largest, whoa. Oh, I'm learning all the hotkeys today, guys. Jeez, okay. So let's hit this again. 30 minutes left. We may end it early tonight, mainly because we're already at our 1 hour mark, and we usually go to about 1:20-ish. So we'll just try to nail what we can on the page, and then from there, worry about it later, right? Kind of had an expectation that tonight would be a bit difficult. In fact, we'll cut our time practically in half. We'll go for about 18 minutes here. I think that's, we'll go for 17. Nope. Okay, that did not fix it. Just to try to land at a normal time tonight, because we're definitely not finishing this right in 17 minutes, or 29 minutes, what was it? So let's be patient, methodical, and I don't know another good word for that. But yeah, so back to our head estimation. We actually had a good choice last time. It looks like we didn't occupy too much of the page. We may make the head a bit smaller so we could fit more antenna, and we're going to move to the right more. But I say this size was about good. I'm thinking I just basically want to fit whatever sphere I'm making here almost 2 times above it, so probably right here is best. A bit more towards the center of the page, of course. That's okay, I like it. It's a bit small, actually, compared to the other one. And this one, remember, we want to tilt a lot, and we want to intercept a lot more. Actually, I did that without even looking at the thing, so it's a habit I want to train more, is look more at the our reference, right? So we're going to go practically halfway through this and not be scared of it. We're going to end kind of right there, yeah. And remember, we're about 2 heads deep, so this, we're starting right here, 1, 2, half. So about right there-ish, maybe a bit more. Don't like how messy it was, but I think that was a bit better. It just feels like it should be a lot more down, right? And his was more orb-like. I don't like how long this was. Let's see, one head, one. Oh yeah, that's way too big. Darn. So in reality, it probably should have been like this. We're also using the wrong pin. Oh yeah, that was great. Okay. And then from there, we're just going to ignore that and act like it didn't happen. Remember, this one isn't as turned. We have a 2 head wide, so this, sphere right here in our mind. We'll just put it in our mind for a second, right? And it goes about 4 heads down. And that does our sausage. So we're going to go around. Not too far, right? Pinch. And kind of go back. So this. Remember, this side is a bit more straight. We need an actual pinch down here too, so this. More straight. Okay, I feel like that slowdown may hurt me, but let's continue. Anyways, so this. Stretch. We're landing at the head, right? Then here, and then not a sharp turn. We're actually kind of straight here. It's actually a pretty normal sausage. So here, Okay, that was way too sharp up there. We're gonna do it again. It's gonna be like this. Maybe a bit more like that, but yeah, something of the sort. And of course we have this line traveling down. Like so. This part of the body traveling out here. And then this head looking pretty much entirely out to the side. Like so. Then from here we're landing pretty much down. We're landing probably right here with the little snout. So what we're going to do to add this form. Let's see how he does it. I'm just kind of speed running it right now. Okay, he does this. So I kind of like this idea of like this center line adding the form, but he does these multiple planes, so we'll try that. And he starts by adding where that actually, I kind of like that, where it intercepts the face, so we'll do that. And it does it by adding this and then kind of going across. And this is all one smooth surface, so it's kind of just completely absorbing it, right? This. So the sphere kind of ends like this. So I actually get the shape that he did now. So it's like this. Right, that's where it's breaking in. And then from there, we kind of go out. Remember, we end about right here and at the tail as well, which we didn't do too well, but about over here. It's about, let's see, this is a head's length. So that's about another head's length. So it's about right here, I'd say, conservatively. We go down to that. It's a kind of sharp landing. Perfect. And of course, we crash again. Unfortunate. Yeah, this definitely should have been more rounded down here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And then, yeah, a bit more tapered right here, actually. Of the sort. And then, yeah, so we go right here. And what Comfy has done is made it a bit 3D. I kind of like it converging to a point because that's more like it. Because then from there, what we can do... I don't like drawing away from me. I learned today that some people like drawing towards themselves. That's impressive, to say the least. And then, oh, there's a bug on my face, jeez. And then we go out here. And we go out here as well. Oh, but that makes it look a bit flat, doesn't it? And that, I guess. Or we could do what he did, which we easily could. Let's see, that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty straight down compared to the page, so I think we did an okay job there. It's just a bit sharp, I guess. But we'll worry about that later, right? Then we have these side things, which are skinnier than his drawing, and it goes only about, let's see, we have this ellipse right here. And this ellipse doing the same thing over here, kind of. So that means we have this kind of negative space to work with right here that it goes all the way down and touches it, actually. So we're going to get pretty dang close to it. Starts from the back of the head, and it kind of goes following along the thing right here. So we're going to do that shape at least. And then this part that goes over like that and around, so. But see, that doesn't seem 3D compared to what he did, which goes up here, sharp. I guess. And he has another one going down here, so for the sake of it, do the same. Not sure how I feel about that one. And then, of course, we have these little notches underneath the head, which he does a bit no, okay. He actually starts with two, just these right here. Kind of sausage form-esque. And then adds actual forms to it. It actually gets smaller right here, so we'll do a bit of this. And that actually was a line, so we were a bit off right there. Then we go out from right here. They're actually touching. We kind of failed to do that right there. There we are. And then from there we have all the silly stuff going on right there. For this, I'm not going to worry about the legs just yet. We need to kind of emphasize that this is meeting up to a point, so we'll kind of go like this. And then kind of go out from there. So that means this one we actually should have been an upward stroke. And we have this back thing. I'm trying to just figure out these. These are really bothering me right here. Let's do an eye. The eye kind of starts over here. And then it's, I'm going to start by grounding it with an ellipse. Actually, no, he just does the whole thing. So we'll do an organic form. Kind of encapsulating most of that. There we go. Should have been a bit higher. Should have actually gone a bit up here. There it is. And you kind of see it on the other side of the head too, so we'll actually draw through our form. Maybe a bit larger. But we've only would have seen that. So, and yeah, he doesn't do a lot of drawing through his forms, probably just to avoid clutter. And then kind of capturing this shape. And we definitely want to emphasize that it goes around. It's not really pointed, it's more round. And then we have this part, which kind of goes in like this. Kind of just doodling at this point, right? And that's much more up. That's like this, right? Something of that nature. Anyways, another attempt, another valid attempt. What could we have done better? Where did it go wrong? And it was the size of the torso. So we want, or the thorax, I should say. Thorax, smaller, height. Same as last time. We want smaller. I'm not sure if that shape kind of conveys it, but yeah, we want that. And this, let's see, if we copy over our heads. It's about only it's roughly 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Then over here, I think this was overall fine down here. We just needed to emphasize that this is a sphere. So we need to be more round right there. And then narrowness, so to have this kind of feeling going down it. And if we're going to just measure this, this is... This was about 3. But it still felt pretty good. And of course, this is 1. And yeah, I like the angle going through this. That felt pretty good. Actually, we ended it here, because like starting another one would just be rushing. Of course, yeah, right here we had to be a bit mindful of that. This shape. Issues. Draping something across a form is difficult for me, so what we're going to do... This is actually an issue I had, back in textures. And the way I kind of solved this problem is kind of doing these wireframes, right? And I think these really help. So if we're going to drape something over it, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine a part of it. Or I want kind of like looking at it. We have this shape going on, right? From a top view, we're kind of having a lot going on, actually. This point, but it's kind of traveling over here. So if we're going to have it from a view, but also we need to keep in mind that's actually bending. So what that would look like, kind of look like this. But that line doesn't make me feel... That's just going up a slope, right? That's not actually curving over. So, what actually, yeah, since it's going down, we're going to see less or more of the degree right there. That's like saying, you know, it's like minimal right here, seeing more, seeing more, seeing more. Seeing more, but going to the side. It's gonna be like this. I guess part of that curve is what sells it too. Something of that sort? Oh no! My brain isn't big enough for this. I'm making icons, by the way. Yeah, so icons, also I really like this word that he used. An icon is something that describes when you're not actually looking at the reference, so I need to look at the reference more when referencing this, and kind of all I see is just this shape going on. Maybe what's happening down here is kind of indicative. It's not curving that much, it's actually following just a pretty nice curve right here. And then from somewhere in there, we're kind of going up and having this shape. So if we could just kind of sell this shape, I kind of like this one. But now for a fun little moment of truth, let's actually transpose this onto our image over here and see what we've done. We're kind of jumping all the way back to the textures with this. Like, we are very, very invested in the quality of this work. So let me get a screenshot of this going on here. There we go. So this time I'm going to bet you is better, but we can only know so much, right? So first we'll try to match the head. So, oof, wow, this one is actually worse, wasn't it? Scale-wise. There's not really any saving that. Okay, so yeah, our torso is great, but this should have been probably about 4 heads. Ish. I think our torso was pretty good on the second attempt. This definitely needs to go out more. So like this. Again, it's probably going to be a bit more narrow. Something like that, right? So we're going out there. So bring the chin up. Cool. And then, yeah, this was definitely a bit more to the side, actually. So a bit more twisted. Horizontally. That's probably, what, 60 degrees? So yeah, try to get that 60 degrees. This one is pretty good. I kind of like that way of estimation. Like, drawing this line helps you. That's about 45. So yeah, lots of analysis here. I like it. But yeah, so woo, breaking down what we did today. We'll kind of skip the warm-up because the warm-up, actually, yeah, we do have an important point here. we need to be better at our mid-range ellipses, so from the 45-degree angles. Then we started off with this attempt with the head. We realized it should be tilted more, but I did like the confidence in our line work right here. So only 2 passes. Let's try to keep it at 2 passes. Even though it's okay to keep repeating for practice, I think 2 passes is what we should do in practice. Tilted this. This was pretty good. Very important that we have this invisible sphere here in our mind. And then we kind of branch out from that, right? Make it really narrow at the tip. So what we may actually do is just 2 lines, 2 passes. This part we want to be pretty actually straight down with the image. Doesn't curve that much. And this one, it's actually an interior sausage form. Now we don't see that. It is pretty much a straight line, but because that line is straight and it's bending towards us, that means it does go in. Otherwise, if it wasn't, it would be following this and kind of having that outwards a bit, right? It would be, yeah. Actually, that's not really how it works, is it? I guess you kind of see it in the image go like that. But yeah, also about 60 degrees from the horizontal right there, 45 degrees right here. We captured on this, our second attempt, which we did really well. And then we started worrying about how we draped that little neck part right there. On the actual application of this drawing, let's have much lighter light work. We actually used our bad pen for this, ironically. I'm not sure if that's going to change much. But yeah, so really good day today. Lots of learning, lots of practice, lots of drawing, which is the point, right? It may not be as satisfying as we want, having a really good drawing first try, but we're learning a lot here. And I just need to glue my head to our friend over here as best as possible. Oh my goodness. Anyways, with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for drawing. I hope I get less sick in the future. But yeah, I think that's everything. We're streaming tomorrow as per usual on Monday at 8 o'clock. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to comment if you guys worked on anything cool. And of course, if you're in the Drawbox Discord, please at me at CIPPHY and whatever channel you want. And I'll go check out your work. And if you want a critique, I can give a critique. I don't think I'm that good for critiques. But if I notice anything blaringly wrong, I'll try to back it up with some evidence cited from Drawbox. I'm always scared of giving just like my own direct critique. And when it comes to, like, especially in Discord, because I've given a wrong critique before, because I didn't look at the lesson materials. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is my 3rd time saying that. I hope you have a great night, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. Of course, the music cuts out right at the end. Wonderful. Okay, bye guys.